Hello, everybody, and welcome into the SFA Season 16 Week 14 Watch Party. We are in Rivalry, the final week of the regular season, and we're going to start off with Georgia at Georgia Tech. Coach Mike taking on the Bulldogs, and it's Thanksgiving here. Happy Thanksgiving to anybody watching this. We're going to do Watch Party this morning, and then we're going to do a extended BearCave slate later this afternoon, and finish up with Bedlam for game day a little later on tonight. If my voice sounds a little weird, it's because I am sick. I literally just got to my house about an hour ago from traveling back from Denver, and apparently I picked up a cold along the way. So we're going to battle through it. If any of you OGs are here, remember the COVID streams from 2022. You'll remember this kind of a thing. But as always, we're going to watch the full entire game, and we are going to go through each and every one of the rosters as well. So if you're watching live, great. If you're watching on playback, awesome. As always, you can join Patreon, patreon.com/the SFA to watch live and get additional content from the SFA. And as always, check out our friends over at Home Field. They are running a 30% off Black Friday special through, I think it's December 2nd. So make sure you guys get that. You can also use our link in the chats or descriptions to get there as well to help support us. But Georgia, we just saw them on game day against Auburn, and they didn't play all that well. Their quarterback is Jorge Mooney. I believe he had 3 interceptions in that game. We'll see if he can finish off the season a little better with a rivalry win. Georgia in a position for a bowl game, not anything else after that. Running back is David Wright, 98 speed guy. See if they can really get him involved here today. And at wide receiver, they've got SFA player Sonic Van Eagle. He had a great game day. They got Edgar Bush, who had a yam there on the left side in that game day. And then Trip McNeil, SFA player as well. And you might see some James Nash. Billy Williams, he is their tight end. Also might see Eric Bowers, true freshman. Offensive line looks like this. Not really the best offensive line we've ever seen. Georgia put out only 2 guys above an 80 overall, probably contributing to their lack of success. On defense, though, you got Logan Barrett on one side, Khalil Reeves, the SFA player, on the other, along with SFA player Fernando Jose as well. In the middle, you got John Thompson, and then they kind of fall off a cliff here. And at linebacker, Karon Huston, very good player. In the middle, you got John Brown, the senior. On the right outside, linebacker is Roy Brink, 78 overall. At corner, you got David Smith, Trey Page, and Jason Baker. Remember, Georgia Tech is a option offense, so they're more so going to have to use this speed to cut off those pursuit angles on the outside. And in the back, you got Paul Campbell and James Dixon. And now we'll go check out Georgia Tech and Coach Mike. They are out of the ACC championship for the first time in a couple of years, but they are technically still in the race for the playoff. We'll have to see what happens ahead of them, but they got Clayton Tune, one of the better SFA players in the country, 99 overall. Running backs are Lee McDuffie, Yams legend Jerome Neal as well. Caleb Hardy's going to get a lot of carries as he is, like I said, that triple option offense. He gets a lot of those fullback snaps. And on the outside, Jonathan Larson, Jonathan Wolf, and Renzo Kingston, the SFA player. At tight end, you got Chris Bachman, SFA player, and Mark Williamson. And their offensive line is incredibly good. A lot of 90s, high 80s, but the right side's a bit staggering. I know he flips around his starters, though. On defense, Keith Young, Freddie Kazili, SFA guy, and in the middle, you got Brian Brewster and the freshman 4-star Herschel Swancoat. And at linebacker, TJ Phillips, Tex Sargent, the SFA player, former BearCave Reward player. And on the right side, you've got Cedric Hawkins. At corner, it's Willie Oliver, Rowan Willows, the Buffalo transfer, and Reed Nakamoto in the slot, the SFA player. And Hugo Heacock, SFA player in the back. And on the other side, you got Chris Landry. And their kicker is probably their punter, I believe, Jason Parks. So that is how we're going to kick off our Thanksgiving game day. And I see Mike is here. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. And I know Mike said the all golds, I believe. All right, so let me get this here. Yeah, he said you know it. Okay. So for Georgia, I think we'll just go with the all whites. They don't really have anything fun. But all golds here. Is there a gold helmet? Do you want the gold helmet or the white gold that it wants? Gold helmet or white gold? White gold looks good. Awesome. All right. So number 9 in the country, Georgia Tech. Remember, this is off of my rankings. I think week 14, since it's a holiday, I don't expect people to take 2 hours of their night from Thanksgiving to talk about the rankings. So I'll do my rankings again, and then we'll do a committee meeting after conference championships, which is the big one. But let's get on into it. Clean, old-fashioned hate. Here we go. I mean, this is a must-win for Georgia Tech if they have any chance of getting one of those at-large bids. Got to be 9-3, but still a very good year for them. They have some very tough losses, but here we go. A reminder, we'll also have game day today a little later on. Probably going to start it a little earlier than normal. That way I have time to do the extended slate and still get all my stuff done that I need to do, but not too much earlier. All right, so we'll see if Georgia Tech can figure out this offense. I know that they haven't been scoring a ton in the sim, so we'll see if they can put up a high number here on the Georgia Bulldogs. All right, and they're gonna kick. Oh, remember, in a game day setting, you can't choose what your team does. I know Mike likes to get that ball first, but nevertheless, here we go. Georgia's getting the rock first, and a nice stop there inside the 20. So I think Georgia Tech has dominated this matchup, if I remember correctly, at least for like the last 5 years. And they're going to come out in I formation. Stacking the box is Georgia Tech. And no pass rush to speak of. First play of the game, and he floats it out to the flat. And that's Reed Nakamoto there on the tackle. Oh, dear. All right, here we go. So that's not a great start here. If you're a Georgia Tech fan, you'd like a little bit pass rush. And, oh, a little miscommunication there, but Billy Williams gets 8. So it'll be a 3rd and short to start it out here tonight. This game in Atlanta. I'm not sure how far of a trip it is from Athens, but quick throw here, Mooney, and that is caught by Sonic Van Eagle in traffic. He had Tech Sergeant all over him. Little SFA player on SFA player right there. And Jorge Mooney moves the chains as they go back into this pro-style offense. See if they start trying to run the ball. Van Eagle in motion. They toss it out to the left-hand side, and they can't turn the corner. Remember, these speedy secondary players. That time it is Chris Landry, the strong safety, getting down. Now they'll come out in shotgun. 3 wide, Trip McNeil in the slot. They'll hand this off to David Wright. He is hit by Reed Nakamoto again. I believe Nakamoto has a Team of the Year under his belt as a freshman. I believe he's a 1 or a 2-star player. And a 3rd and 8 here. Can Tech get off the field here early? Hand off to leg give. He pushes forward, and they'll get that stop. So Georgia Tech gets the stop they needed. And the punt unit will come on out. This might be a good spot for a little fake punt. All right, so here come the Yellow Jackets. They have a chance to return this, and at about 11, that's Rowan Willows, the Buffalo transfer, who is a former SFA reject. Now here we go. Clayton Tune, the 99 overall. You got Lee McDuffie, the right slot back. Left slot back is Jerome Neal, and Caleb Hardy with his hand on the ground. They'll toss it out to Lee McDuffie to the left side. He cuts upfield, breaks a tackle, and he gets 6. You gotta mitigate these easy yards from this running game. 2nd and 4. Back to the option, and this time it's just a jet sweep to Jerome Neal, who, fun fact, has the longest live run in SFA history, 99 yards against Army last season. 3rd and 1 now. Now Georgia Tech definitely probably has the advantage on the defensive line. It's going to be a throw from Clayton Tune, dumping it off. Jerome Neal makes a play, and he gets the 1st down. Big time move there from the power back. That's what you like to see, moving the chains. So 3 wide now, trying to probably stretch him out a little bit. Clayton Tune flips it to Lee McDuffie. There he goes. That's a beautiful play. 11 yards for Lee. Clayton Tune is one of the best in the country at running that pitch game. Took him a while to become an expert at it. He's had his fair share of turnovers. Quick option. And there, speaking of one, it's a turnover. Georgia takes over. Talk about the commentator curse. Oh, no. Mike, I swear this is not scripted. So here comes Georgia right across the 50. 1st and 10 for Mooney. Dumps it on the drag. Big hit there on Billy Williams. He gains no yardage. Nice little 4-for-4 start for Georgia. Both teams moving the ball a little bit. But gotta mitigate those mistakes if you're Georgia Tech. We'll see if they can get off the field here. Safety coming on down. They'll hand it off to David Wright. He finds his way to the outside. Oh, what a cut there. And a beautiful tackle from Reed Nakamoto to make up for it. He got sauce, but he was able to bring him down without drawing a horse color. Now we're inside the 40. I form here for the Bulldogs. And he floats it to the corner, and it's caught by Billy Williams. Already a lot more creative in the passing game than we saw against Auburn, as he's starting out 5 for 5 for Jorge Mooney. Very tough game against Auburn. I believe both these teams have lost to Auburn. My memory serves me correctly. I think Georgia Tech lost by a point. Oh, you beat Auburn. It was Baylor you lost in overtime to, right? Yeah. All right, 2nd and 4 now. Hand off to the right side. David Wright cuts inside. Beautiful tackle by the corner, Rowan Willows. He was a former safety, converted to corner. 3rd and inches. See if they can hold for a field goal. Gotta look at guys like Herschel Swanko here to make a push. Hand off, it's a counter, and broke through one tackle. There he goes to the outside. They got their chance, meeting him in the backfield, and just couldn't bring him down. So now we got 1st and goal at the 8 for the Bulldogs. Split backs. Mooney hit as he throws. I believe that was Herschel Swancoat. 2nd and goal now. See if they can find that pass rush. I form. They're going to audible into the shotgun. Very interesting move here. Trips to the left side. Drops back. Clean pocket. Mooney over the middle. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Billy Williams gets it over the middle. The tight end is chopping up this Yellow Jacket defense early. Working on the linebacker there. Never had a chance. Beautiful route. So here's the kick, and it's good. Alright, so that's one way to silence the crowd. An opening drive fumble into a touchdown for the Bulldogs. And oh, almost a beautiful return up to the 30. Alright, here comes Georgia Tech. Just gotta keep it clean, run your offense. They're able to move the ball pretty well. Gonna audible now into the pistol here. And there goes Clayton Tune up the middle. Doesn't slide, gets himself 6. Second and 4 now. Back to the traditional option. Was this wing bone, flex bone? They hand it off to Caleb Hardy, and he pushes forward, gets about 3. I think it's wing bone. Flex bone is the base. Oh, man, almost got him to jump. Surprised they didn't call it there. Clayton Tune hands it back off to Caleb Hardy, and he can't get it. Oh, no. The big push up front from the Bulldogs. Almost a perfect start. Ah, gotcha. So that last play then was the wing bone. So here come the Bulldogs now. Going to get another possession here. Feel like if you're not going to get it on that one, you got to come back in and make a play. All right, Mooney over the middle. He hits his man. It's only going to be about 3. Dinking and dunking it here tonight. Trip McNeil, his first catch. SFA IGR created by Coach Wind. They're going to flip the play now. Trips to the left. Got to watch that tight end. They go over the middle again, and that's going to... Ooh, they call it a first down. I don't know about that. Tough call here. But an 8-for-9 start for Jorge Mooney. Still under 50 yards, though. Toss out to left side. That's going nowhere. Nakamoto and company collapsed in. Willie Oliver credited with the tackle. Second and 13 now. Delay give this time to David. He finds the outside. He gets swallowed up after 4. It'll be 3rd and long. Did a nice job of creating something out of nothing there. So 3rd and 9. Can the Yellow Jackets get off the field? Drop back, clean pocket, dumps it off. Gonna have to make a play, and they don't. 4th down. 4th and 4. Exactly what the Yellow Jackets needed. They have 2 drives, 1 fumble, and a 3-and-out. See if they can find a way to penetrate this Georgia defense. They will return. Oh, it's a fumble. So no yardage after the catch. Just a little sloppy here today. Maybe they're dreaming of turkey and not focused on this game. 10 seconds left in this first quarter. McDuffie in motion. They go back to the jet sweep to Jerome Neal. He stiffies a man, and he gets himself 9. And I'll end the first quarter here in old-fashioned hate. Georgia takes an early lead, 7-0 over number 9 Tech. Feel like Caleb Hardy needs to be stronger on those runs. Kind of fell over a couple of times. All right, 2nd and 1 now for McDuffie. They toss it out to him, and that'll be a first. They've had the most success with just clean handoffs or clean tosses, not so much the option game. You're going to hurry it up now into the flex bone. Jerome Neal in motion. They'll clean toss it to him on the other side. And he gets himself 9. Jerome Neal, very big-bodied power back. Averaging 7 a carry. So 2nd and 1 now. Another toss, this time to McDuffie. He tries to turn the corner, and they don't give him the first down. So now what is the call? Are they going to go back to Caleb Hardy? Are they going to run another toss? We'll see what Coach Mike draws up here at his own 40. Is this 4-down territory? McDuffie to the slot. And they'll toss it to Jerome Neal, and he gets it. Beautiful play call. They're getting early success with the toss plays. Weirdly enough, historically not a very successful play in this game. And just a quick run there by Clayton Tune, and he's going to go down. They'll credit him with a sack. Logan Barrett. I think Clayton Tune thought he saw something, but it'll be 2nd and 12 now. And a yam here from Clayton Tune, and it's caught by Casey Gaither. A nice little 20-yarder, a beautiful dink and dunk. Clayton Tune definitely can throw it. First and 10 now across the 40-yard line. First threat of a score here today from the Yellow Jackets. McDuffie in motion. It's going to be quick option. Clayton Tune, he cuts it, and he gets himself 5. You won't see this guy sliding very much. Second and 5 now. Looks like they're crowding the line here. McDuffie in motion. They hand it off to Caleb Hardy, and he gets 4. Another 3rd and short. I think this is the 3rd one already of this first half. Jerome Neal in motion. And it's going to be a delay give to Caleb Hardy, and a beautiful play call gets them 7. I don't think anybody had the fullback draw on their play sheet right there on the defense. Now inside the 25. Another toss here to the outside. He turns the corner. It's McDuffie. He gets himself 8. Second and 2 now. A little wing bone this time. And quick option. Tune's going to keep it. And he somehow almost stays in bounds. That could have been a touchdown. Yeah, the option game is kind of OP in the new game. First and goal. And, oh, it's a jet sweep there to Lee, and he loses yardage. So very long drive here for the Yellow Jackets, taking up most of this second quarter. I feel like this is like the 12th or 13th play of the drive. Second and goal, only a 3-man front. Tune's going to throw here. He escapes up the gut. He pushes forward, and he gets to the 3. So it'll be 3rd and goal. They'll call it the 3.5. Goal line set for the defense. Flex bone for the offense. McDuffie in motion, triple option. Tune keeps it with ease. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. One of the first times they've ran traditional triple option. And they got this game tied. Everybody went for Caleb Hardy there. Yeah, that was the perfect drive. Eating the clock. Scoring the touchdown. There you go. Fans are loving it now. They're back in it. So here come the Bulldogs now. Broken tackle there, pushing himself to the 20 is Trip McNeil. So a little over halfway through the quarter. See if the Bulldogs can retake the lead. I form. Another throw from Mooney. Just dumps it off. It's intercepted. They're going the other way. This is, just tripped up before the end zone. And it's Tex Sargent, the SFA player leader of the defense. And Mooney throws yet another interception. I believe he had 3 versus Auburn. That reminded me of the pick 6 he had on ECU a couple of years ago. They toss this out to Lee McDuffie, and this might be, he gets stopped just short of the goal line. Georgia Tech might score twice here in the span of about 20 seconds. Goal line set on both sides. It's going to be a throw on the goal line out the back of the end zone from Clayton Tune. Not sure what he was, what the play call was there. And quick toss. That's going to be a touchdown for Lee McDuffie. Incredible sequence here for the Yellow Jackets. A long, long drive with a touchdown, an interception, and a quick score. Yeah, he wanted that contact. You're right. Not as egregious as that Boston College DB we saw a couple years ago after he picked it off, turned backwards just to break the tackle. All right, so Georgia now kind of stunned. They had the ball control. They had everything going their way. And then they give up 14 in the blink of an eye. First and 10. Going to be play action. They're going to go right back to Mooney. Throws off his back foot and misses everybody. So Mooney's got to settle down here as they go split backs. Don't want this to get away from him like the Auburn game did. Going to be a screen. They get to David Wright. He turns upfield and he's caught from behind. 10 of 13, averaging 5.3 yards a catch. Not that great. 3rd and 8. Delayed give, and that's going to be a stop by Tex Sargent. Another big play, 3 and out. So after a bit of a rough first quarter, maybe a little bit of a hangover, Georgia Tech has come out on all cylinders here in the second. So here's the return. Willows catches this one, and he gets about 9. So 1st and 10, starting this drive at their own 43. Clayton Tune, he breaks a tackle and gets 7 on his own. Second and 3 now inside the 3-minute mark. Georgia Tech could easily run this out. The last team touched the ball. They float it, and 2 broke 3. Lee McDuffie, big man, 7 yards. He says he's a power back too. So 1st and 10 here. Across the 45. Broken tackle from Tune. Flips it to McDuffie, who doesn't even look back. He just catches it on the fly. He gets 2 yards out of it. That could have been dangerous. And another beautiful pitch to McDuffie on the outside. This time he can't break a tackle. It'll be 3rd and 6. Georgia's starting to clamp down here on Clayton Tune. He's having to make some hero ball pitches. So 3rd and 6, they're going to go into the pistol. Jerome Neal to the slot. He is a power back, but he does have really good catching. It's going to be a screen to Caleb Hardy, and he doesn't go anywhere. So this drive kind of flames out, but there might be in no man's land. They decide to punt it. Interesting call here, maybe trying to pin him back. Here's the kick, and fair catch into the end zone. So Georgia will have about 1 minute and 40 seconds here. 2 timeouts to try and tie this game up. Jorge Mooney, he hands it off to David Wright. He finds some room and gets himself 6. Welcome in, Coach Phi. Looks like Georgia doesn't really care about the clock all that much right now. They let about 30 seconds tick off already. Mooney dumps it off. Broken tackle and no first down given up. Trick McNeil gets 3. So 3rd and 1. They're going to hurry it up now. In the shotgun. It's going to be a throw. Mooney yams it deep down the right side. 50-50, and Sonic Van Eagle can't bring it down. Willie Oliver was in coverage. So Georgia Tech will get the ball back here. 50 seconds and 3 timeouts. Still a chance to add some more points for sure. They will return this. Get up to about the 38. Roan Willows gets 9. So a second quarter dominated by the Yellow Jackets. See if they can get a little bit of a cherry on top here. They're going to throw it here out of the wing bone. And oh my, what a sack. Clayton Tune tried to escape and he went nowhere. Ran into an absolute meat club from the defensive tackle. 40 seconds. Quick throw here down the sideline, and Tune can't connect. Gotta be careful here. You don't want to give Georgia another chance. Here's the throw. It's going to be a screen pass to Hardy, and he doesn't get any blocking. So 4th and 22, they have to punt it here. Not a great drive here for the Yellow Jackets. Oh, and what a return here across the 50, 22 yards for Trip McNeil. So Georgia now in positive territory. They've got a timeout here. They have a chance. Probably only need about 20 yards here to make a field goal. Mooney drops deep. He has time, yams it to the corner, and it's caught for 15. There's Sonic Van Eagle. Beautiful comeback route there, and a beautiful catch. When he's not injured, he is dominant. So now it already looks like they're in field goal range. See if they can potentially push for a touchdown. Van Eagle in motion. Clean pocket. Floaty. First down, broken tackle, and tackled inside the 15. And they call that final timeout. Oh, man, this could get hairy. Georgia has got to throw this to the end zone. Cannot get tackled inbounds. Drops back, Mooney to the end zone. Intercepted! The Bulldogs come up empty. Hugo Heacock. And that is the 3rd turnover here of this first half. 2 picks for the Bulldogs. And 1 fumble for Tech. So as we hit halftime, folks, here on Thanksgiving Watch Party, Georgia Tech leads 14-7 in good old-fashioned hate. Remember, we'll have game day and an extended BearCave later on today. My voice sounds funny. It's because I have a bit of a cold. If you remember those old COVID streams from 2022, kind of how I'm feeling. Feel like Georgia had their chance early to really kind of punch them in the mouth, and then they just kind of let Georgia Tech stomp on them. So I think Georgia Tech has the momentum here. They will start out with the rock. Up 14-7. All right, this is taking forever. Come on. All right, here we go. Second half underway. Georgia Tech will start with the ball. And they can only get about to the 20. All right, here comes Clayton Tune now. Hand off to Caleb Hardy. He finds some running room. His best run of the day for 14. Some nice blocking there. I think running to the left side definitely is the best side of this line for Georgia Tech. Is a run a jet sweep up the gut. Jerome Neal tries to get creative, but he only gets 3. Back under center, Clayton Tune hasn't really kept it himself all that much today. Just a traditional halfback dive, gets nothing there for Jerome Neal. So 3rd and 6, exactly what Georgia needed. Can they get the stop? Might force a pass here. They're going to audible. Drop, and evades, and he's sacked. The all-out blitz hits home. Jason Baker credited with the sack. Tune quickly saw nothing was there, broke a tackle, and then just got kind of surrounded by a pack of Bulldogs there. So a 3 and out here for Georgia Tech. Well, a 4 and out after the Caleb Hardy. Oh, almost blocked. They get it off. It looks like they're gearing up for a nice return as well. That will only get them to the 25, I believe. All right, Georgia, they got their stop. Can they figure this out? They haven't been able to move the ball since their first drive of the game. Jorge Mooney yams, hits his man in stride. First down. Trip McNeil for 19. He wasn't down. I don't know why they called that. Guess forward progress. So they're going to hurry it up now. Handoff here. David Wright, clean hole, gets himself 7. They're across the 50 now. .49 yards on the day for David Wright. Safety coming on down, not respecting the AM here for Georgia Tech. Mooney has time, dumps it short, and that's going to be a first down. Aaron Black, the backup running back. So 1st and 10 here. Under center. David Wright, clean hole yet again. He gets nice 6 yards. Georgia's getting a nice push up front here in the second half. I think it's probably favorable if they keep it on the ground here, as Mooney's been chucking interceptions left and right. So 2nd and 4. Van Eagle in motion. He looks like Willie Oliver is tagging along. Screen pass to the right. David Wright cups up field. He cuts outside, breaks a tackle. That will be a first down. So great job of clearing out the right side of the field to allow the blockers to get set there. Inside the 30. Georgia coming alive here in the second half. A little play action now for Mooney. Yams it on the run, and he almost throws a pick. Cedric Hawkins couldn't bring it in. A crossbody on the run yam is nasty work. 2nd and 10. Mooney. Clean pocket, floats over the middle. Open man, that is Edgar Bush for 16. So now Georgia becoming a bit of a threat here inside the red zone. They're 1 of 2 on the day. Missed out on points at the end of the second quarter. And off here, reversing his field. David Wright, what ball carrier vision, gets him 7. Now inside the 10, they can get a first down at the 4-yard line. 4 wide. Quick option. I'm not sure why you're running that against a triple option team. That's all they practice against. Freddie Kazili wrapped him up with ease. So 3rd and 7 now. Mooney over the middle, and it's tipped away by who else? Tex Sargent. So here comes the field goal unit now to try and put this as a 4-point lead. Gonna be about a 29-yarder. Kicks up, and it's good for Georgia. So we'll get a studio update here. All right, 14-10 is your score. See if Georgia Tech can re-extend this lead. They have not had a great last couple of drives here. 3 punts in a row. Quick option, floats it out to Lee McDuffie, turns the corner. He gets 6. So 2nd and 4, past the halfway point here of the 3rd quarter. Another quick option, cuts inside and gets himself almost the first down. Georgia getting extremely aggressive off the edge, trying to jam him deep. And Clayton Tune just undercut him. So 3rd and 1, stack in the box here. Caleb Hardy gets the 1st and more. They're finally getting a push with that fullback dive. They were not having success with that play in the first half. So 1st and 10 now here for Tune. Oh, and the ball's on the ground! Lee McDuffie picks it up, saves another horrific play. But it's going to put him way behind the sticks. Tune just trying to do too much on that play. Might have been a bit of a broken play as he ran backwards. And oh no! Clayton Tune, and he somehow turns that into a positive play. Everybody kind of was running by him. Looked like he kind of got stuck in that animation, but somehow lucked out. It's another 3rd and short. Under center now. Deep drop. They bring a blitz. He escapes to the right side. There goes Clayton Tune. A ton of room to run. He's inside the 30. And down to the 22. 25 yards for Clayton Tune. You got a QB spy, this guy. As they now threaten the red zone. Hand off here to Lee McDuffie, and he gets himself 3. Second and 7 now inside the red zone. 2 of 2 on the day. Another handoff to McDuffie. He finds some room, and he hesitates. Could have been a touchdown. He brought down from behind. Not sure what McDuffie was thinking there. 3rd and 2. Another jet sweep. This time, Jerome Neal up the gut inside the 10. Georgia Tech, they are playing well, having fun, can take a 2-score lead right here. The handoff, Lee McDuffie, touchdown, Georgia Tech. They take a 21-10 lead here in the 3rd quarter. Beautiful play call, beautiful execution, and a great drive. They take out the kicker. Yeah, I'm not sure how that would have gone down, taking out that kicker, man. All right, Georgia back on the field. They got a field goal last time out, but got to start scoring touchdowns. Play action, dumping that off to Billy Williams, brought down by Tex Sargent. Williams had a great first quarter, but hasn't really done much since. Second and 6, David Wright finds a hole and explodes up the gut for 13. Georgia's starting to find some room. Down 11, really got to score this drive. They're yamming it deep down the right side, underthrown and tipped away by Willie Oliver. Just not enough oomph on that one. Eagle did have him beat. Split back set now. Mooney has time, floats this to the corner, and it's caught! Sonic Van Eagle. Another brilliant play right over Reed Nakamoto. Getting the toes in, hanging on, knowing he was going to take a hit. This game really is just about bragging rights. Georgia Tech does have fringe playoff hopes, but probably more so he's trying to clinch a Citrus Bowl. They float this over the middle in a hospital ball. Edgar Bush gets 15. I haven't decided for sure. Probably going to stick with 12 unless I feel like there's a couple teams that are egregiously stuck out. We'll just see how it comes down to on Selection Sunday. It's just really going to depend on what the field looks like. Because for sure the 10 conference champions are getting in. So last play here in the 3rd quarter. Mooney over the middle, hits his man, broken tackles, big hit. McNeil gets to the 5. Yeah, I mean, it's not... I think once we figure out this season, if we keep conference champion auto bids going forward, then we'll stick with the format. But for the first year, I don't want to lock us into 12 and then there'd be like 4 1 or 2 loss teams that don't get in. Because you know how crazy conference championships are. All right, first and goal for Georgia. And out of bounds. I think 14 does make a lot of sense if you have 10 conference champions. Having 4 at large does seem appropriate. I wish we could do 16, but... Dumping that triple coverage. Oh, no. It's going the other way. Georgia Tech. And he's not going to get caught. Wait a second. There comes David Wright down the sideline. Can he catch him? No. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. His second of the day. A pick 6 for Hugo Heacock. And that may have just put this game on ice. Not sure what Mooney was thinking there. Double coverage to the left side. His 3rd interception of the day, mirroring his performance against Auburn. So now Georgia, after a miraculous drive, is now down 18. Georgia might be getting thumped right now. 28-10 right to the dome. So Mooney now has time. Gonna float that one. Almost intercepted again. This guy is seeing ghosts. Can we get a 4th interception? Mooney. All right, dumps this off to Billy Williams. Runs through 2 guys and gets tackled by his own man. Third and 2, a little over 8 minutes left. Kind of getting grim here if you're a Bulldog fan. 7-5, definitely not the start you wanted this year. Billy Williams does power for the first down, though. Yeah, Tech Sergeant will be tough to replace. 1st and 10. Delay give here. David Wright gets himself 5. Don't know why you're running it here. You got to maintain as much clock as possible. Empty set now for Georgia. 2nd and 5. 7.5 remaining. Dumps that short, and that's going to be 2 for James Nash. Georgia's just been living on the dump-off plays here tonight. Here comes a dump-off screen pass. Beautifully navigated there by Wright, but he only gets 3. 4th and inches now. Going for it. Can Georgia Tech get the stop? The big nasties out on both sides. Quick option here from Georgia, and it works. Unbelievable play call. The goal from the Bulldog sideline to call that on 4th and inches. Bravo, Bulldogs. Can that ignite this offense as they get about 9 there? The fullback for 9. Clock continues to run, though, inside 6.5. You're down 3 scores. Got to make a play. Mooney floats it deep. Hits his man in stride. It's Eggard Bush. Inside the 20. They're going to now hurry it up here. They got to punch it in. A lot of missed opportunities in the red zone. They're only 2 for 4 with only 1 touchdown. It's his man, Billy Williams, and that's going to get 9. We're inside 6 minutes now. Second and 1, split backs. And there goes Mooney with the read option. He will not get it. So it's 3rd and 1 here for the Bulldogs. Delay give David Wright. He's stacked up in the backfield. Hawkins got to him first, cleaned up by Sargent. His 8th tackle of the day. So 4th down, I mean, you got to get 3 scores. They elect not to kick a field goal here. They're going for the touchdown. 4th and 4, Georgia. Clean pocket over the middle. Touchdown, Chris Mitchell. Just like last week, he didn't really make a play until it was kind of garbage time, and here he is, scoring touchdowns. And they do not elect to go for 2 here. So it'll be 28-17. All right, so Georgia lifeline still glimmer of hope here. They got to force a turnover of some sort or just a 3-and-out. Still have all 3 of their timeouts here. They need 2 scores. And Georgia Tech's going to throw this one. They dump it to Lee McDuffie, and he goes nowhere with it. Interesting idea there from Tech, maybe trying to catch him off guard with a pass. So officially halfway through the 4th quarter now. 2nd and 11 here for the Yellow Jackets. And they start to run the clock. This one, it gets very difficult for these teams losing the 4th quarter. You got to get stopped quickly. Man in motion. It's going to be another pass, and he's sacked! My goodness, what penetration from John Thompson there. Immediate. If you're a Georgia Tech fan, probably not the worst result as it keeps the clock running. So 3rd and 15. What is the call? Is it they'll get this down to around the 25-second mark of the 3rd minute. Remember, Georgia has a chance they can score with those 3 timeouts still intact. So 3rd and 15. It's going to be quick option, and Clayton Tune brought down in the backfield. So a beautiful defensive stand there for Georgia. It goes from 1st and 10 to 4th and 18, and they're going to have to punt. They'll get this ball inside the 3-minute mark, though. Going to have to score very quickly. So 4th and 18 now. The punt, they got a return man. Breaks 1. McNeil gets up to the 45. So 2 minutes, 42 seconds left in the game. Georgia Tech up 11. But can Georgia find some magic? Come on, shotgun 4 wide. Gotta watch the deep shot. Delayed give on 1st down. It's gonna be a 1st down for David Wright. Caught everybody off guard there. Clock stops while they reset. Trips left now. They're going to send a man in motion. Clock continues to tick. And they yam it deep here, out of bounds. Nobody in sight. Second and 10, split backs. Going to be another delay give here for the running back, and this time they can't score, so the clock continues to drain. 3rd and 8. Don't like that play call at all. They bring a blitz. Mooney yams it deep, and he hits his man. Touchdown, Georgia. We've got a ball game. Edgar Bush. He did it against Auburn. He does it here against Georgia Tech. And they have scored to put it back within a score with their 3 timeouts remaining. Here we go, and they're going for 2. They want to tie this or get this within a field goal. Quick throw, and it's caught! All right, so here comes the onside kick now, down 3. And it's picked up by Georgia Tech, Jerome Neal. All right, so now we play the timeout game. Can Georgia Tech find a way to get a first down or 2? Georgia was down 18 at one point in this 4th quarter. Tech, handoff to Caleb Hardy. He goes nowhere. 2nd down. Second and 9. Triple option goes nowhere. 3rd down. 3rd and 12 now. Tech fans starting to stir a little bit. And Clayton Tune breaks 1, breaks a 2nd. He pushes forward. He's still on his feet, and he gets 7, but he's still short. And they're going for it. 4th and 5. They want to end this game right here. What a play call here. It's going to be a throw. Clayton Tune yams it. Caught! And that's going to end the game. What a play call here for Georgia Tech. The Yam to win it on Thanksgiving. 4th and 5. Incredible goal, incredible play call. And Georgia Tech will go to 9 and 3.
No, I got here way late.
You did, but that's all right. You didn't do your job with Gianti last week.
No, I did not. That was that was a job I could not do.
And there it is. Triple zeros. Georgia Tech gets it done. 28-25. In clean old-fashioned hate. They'll go to 9 and 3. They'll sit out conference championship weekend. This will be the first time Georgia Tech's not participating, I believe, in 2 or 3 years. And they'll see where they fall in the committee rankings. Yeah, they were up 18 at one point. Definitely got a little bit too close to comfort there. And Georgia, man, disappointing year. They fall to 7 and 5. They felt like they had a chance to knock off Tennessee this year. Didn't happen. Jorge Mooney throws another 3 picks today.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Including 2 to Hugo Heacock, which one he took to the house. He almost threw another one to Tech Sargent as well. So we'll go through stats, get players of the game, and then we'll get out of here. We'll be back today. I'm probably going to start BearCave around 6 to 6:30 Eastern. We'll see. And then we'll have Bedlam to wrap it up.
Number is 1095.
Alright, let's see these stats.
Well, shoot. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you who've been here.
Alrighty, have a good Thanksgiving.
It's around the night.
No, you're good.
Go Wyoming.
Go Wyoming. Alright. Alright, so let's see how it shook out. I mean, it was Georgia to start. Tech then kind of dominated the rest of it. And then Georgia made a late push. Look at the player stats here. Jorge Mooney goes 30, 42, 283, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. It's just not going to get it done most of the time. David Wright, unable to get to the 100-yard mark. 97. Billy Edwards had the most receptions. Most yards go to Edgar Bush, who had another yam, 2 straight games. Kind of held Sonic Van Eagle in check here for the most part. And on the defense, Paul Campbell gets the most tackles. TFLs go to Barrett, Page, and Brink. They got 4 total sacks here. No interceptions. No deflections, but they did force a couple fumbles. Of course, they won't show up on the stat sheet as forced because it's a pitch. But Brink recovered one of them. And for Tech, Clayton Tune only throws it 9 times. That's a beautiful stat sheet or stat line right there if you're a Tech fan. 7 for 9, 54 yards, and he had the most carries, only got 32 yards, but he gets 1 touchdown. Lee McDuffie as well. Wasn't like an incredibly great game from the offense. They only scored 21 offensive points, but they got it done, and that beautiful pass from Larson at the end of the game to win it. And then if you look at the defense, Reed Nakamoto, the corner, cleaning up a bunch of these tackles. They got 4 separate TFLs. Did not get a sack today on Mooney, weirdly enough. And 3 interceptions, all SFA players. And, of course, the touchdown for Hugo Heacock. That was massive, really putting the game away here. So let's go check out players of the game. I'll hide the screen just in case. Still haven't sim games yet. I gotta do that after this stream, but don't want it to show anything. And alright, here we go. So it's Lee McDuffie, Hugo Heacock, Edgar Bush, and Roy Brink. Get your players of the game. So the first 2 teams to end their seasons, or at least their regular seasons, is Georgia Tech and Georgia, as everybody plays on Rivalry Week now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in a few hours for an extended Bear Cave. Peace.